Get up in the trap, ho.
Today I spent the majority of the day just cleaning my room. It wasn't that interesting to film. I guess the one thing that was super important when I was in high school, getting into college was super important to me, and I was really defining my self-worth based on where I ended up going to college. I ended up getting rejected from a lot of the schools I wanted to go to. It really got to me at the time. In my angst, I hung up all my rejection letters. Of course, very clearly toxic, and because I moved out, it kind of became just a permanent installation in my room. While I was cleaning my room today, I was like, so I took it down and replaced it with a letter that my freshman year mentor wrote to me. Considered a sacred text in my college career. I thought it was a really fitting replacement. I really wish I could go back in time and be like, hey, everything's gonna be fine. But yeah, other than that, today was pretty uneventful. I went on a walk. Here's a clip of me jumping around in a river. Also, thank you guys for 100 subscribers.
To me.
This is a big deal to me, at least. Being on YouTube was something I've always wanted to do. I'm gonna celebrate 100 subscribers with starting to work on my first short film. I'll keep you guys posted. This weekend, I've been watching a lot of The Good Place. For those of you who don't know or unfamiliar with the premise of the show, it really tackles a lot of ethical and moral questions. It really goes at the definition of goodness versus badness, especially as it pertains to your life as a whole. I guess there was one scene that really stuck with me this weekend.
Life now is so complicated. It's impossible for anyone to be good enough for the good place. These days, just buying a tomato at a grocery store means that you are unwittingly supporting toxic pesticides, exploiting labor, contributing to global warming. Humans think that they're making one choice, but they're actually making dozens of choices they don't even know they're making.
This kind of brings me back to my senior year of high school. I, for some reason, was really caught up on my legacy once I graduated. I remember wanting to be remembered as objectively good. And that kind of led me down the path that this show really digs into. Everyone kind of has different understandings of what good is. Being the naive senior that I was, I chose to just pick something that was universally understood as good. Just hyperfixate on it for the year. And that's where I felt as if I was convincing people that I was good as opposed to just being good. That's kind of where this Snapchat arose in my history. I found it very poetic how this hyperfixation on being known as a good person prevented me from feeling like I was a good person. The more I tried to convince other people that I was good, the less I knew for myself that I was a good person. So in order to kind of tell the other side of the story, I have Arnav Rai back on Zoom.
That was when I didn't really know how things worked. I was a sophomore, so I got that, the later I stay up studying, the better I will do on the test. Even if I don't study as well, just saying that I was up till 5 o'clock studying will somehow make me do better on this test. Not true, does not work at all. But what I did begin to realize is when you said how much working towards your dreams prevents you from actually dreaming, thinking so much about the future, you don't understand what's happening to you in the moment. You lose so much of yourself by trying to predict and plan out every possible future you can have. Yeah, don't let the future dictate the present, because I'm not going to let losing sleep over what's going to happen in the future prevent me from making positive steps towards being happy now.
In the end, I guess there's two major takeaways that I had from my senior year. The first is that there's going to always be unintended consequences. I started to build this facade of me working super hard and me being willing to sacrifice to be a good person. I feel like I did a bad job of setting an example. There's a difference between doing good things and just being a good person. I guess my second point is kind of along the same lines, that being a good person is a persistent effort. Yeah, the show really got me thinking about that Snapchat and that era of my life.